Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Everybody grab a seat, gather around. We are gathered here today for another United team talk. A lot to discuss tonight. I don't even know why I'm smiling, but if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. Oh my days, bruv. I'll repeat that for the people at the back. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. I think tonight's the night, man. Tonight is the night because that is unacceptable. A lot of errors to bro. You know what? We're gonna dissect the game, dissect what this means for the club and what this means for Oli and the players. And yeah, man, guys, smash the like. Yeah, because I know a lot of rival fans are watching this now, ready to drink our tears because losing 5-0 at home is peak. But yeah, guys, smash the like, man. Subscribe if you're new. It's another United team talk, and let's get into it, man. Oh, mate. Oh my days, what have you just witnessed? I'm here with the bro Rick in the building. Oh, fam, what are you saying, man?
I'm lost for words, fam.
I don't even know why I'm laughing, but this is heartbreaking, bro. Like,
The only words I've got is Oli out, man.
real talk. Yeah. Oh, mate. He's got to go tonight, bro. Bro?
Yeah, he's got to go. He can't manage another game as United player. Like literally, he's tainted our history. This is one
Bro,
of the
this
darkest days in
is
United
I think it's
history.
the worst. I think it's
Yeah,
the
it's one
worst.
of the worst. I think the worst is gonna be obviously Munich.
Obviously, yeah.
But in terms of football, I think this is one of the worst days. And what I don't understand, like from the Wolves game, this has been coming. I think every game after the Wolves game, from the Wolves game onwards, we should have conceded 5 or more goals, if you ask me. And when I see something like that, I can't be positive about the club and maybe we'll win a sneaker Champions League and stuff like that. It's just delusion, man.
It's dumb,
It's
isn't it?
just delusion. And we finally come against a world-class team. And we even faced the world-class Liverpool team. This
Bro,
is
they
their
had
some of them players that played today. You know what I mean? Like there was no Mane. Matip didn't play. The midfield three had been changed. Taters, one of
no
their best
Fabinho.
no Fabinho. So that's not even their strongest team. So we came up against a good team that's organized, that knows what they're doing. And we got destroyed, man. As Paul Scholes said last week, we played two in midfield, the two, then we have four up top. Today it was like our two in midfield versus like 5 Liverpool players because they've got they've got Jota and Firmino dropping in. Trent drops inside there as well sometimes, and football's a very simple game. It's just about, gaining superiority. You can do it in terms of numbers and in terms of physical qualities and attributes, innit? And they did it in terms of numbers. I don't think it's surprising, really. I think it's been due. And hopefully the only silver lining this can cause is that they pull their finger out and sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Jesse, welcome to the party. Obviously, you're
No
laughing,
party.
but
No party, and this is not even a joke. No party.
what are you saying, man? 5-0, bro. Obviously, was it yesterday or this morning? I was trying to guess up the thing, but that was my heart speaking, fam. I can't lie to you. We got slapped, bro. Absolutely battered at home to Liverpool, bro. I hate this team so much, but You gotta give it to them, man. They weren't even at their best today, and they slapped
You know
us.
what hurts? As you said, you're winning at the best at. But like, if Bruno scores, the game could have changed.
Why did he miss that?
Did I not say it to you? I would not even start Bruno. He's not been good. Yeah, everything's just a mess now. Pablo got sent off. Like when I saw him walking down the tunnel, he ain't signed no new contract, fam.
Remember Chelsea got a man sent off against them, and they drew.
No, but we was already 4-0 down.
I'm just explaining to you the levels.
Yeah, the red card don't mean shit, to be honest. It don't mean.
No, I'm just explaining the levels. I'm explaining to you that with 10 men for the majority of the game, Chelsea drew against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Away.
Well, listen, we're rubbish. We're rubbish. This ain't my team.
Let's talk about more levels. Let's talk about more levels. Yeah, look at the Premier League results. Yeah, Liverpool's teams they faced. The first game, Norwich 3-0 away. Yeah, Burnley 2-0. Chelsea with a red card 1-1. Yeah, at home. Leeds they beat Leeds 3-0 away with a red card. Yeah. Then you've got Crystal Palace 3-0. Then you've got Brentford 3-3. Manchester City 2-2. Watford 5-0 away. Well, Watford's level.
Listen, Jesse, I told you before the game, every away game they've played, they scored minimum 3 goals, fam. And they've continued that tonight.
Well, you were just chatting shit last night.
I said this. I was speaking from the heart because this is a big game. I hate losing to Liverpool, but when you deep it,
he's got to go. I don't know how he stays in the job. I really don't.
Maguire can't catch another game as well.
Oh my days, Maguire. Before we get to Maguire.
I told you about Maguire.
Hold on. Look at these Arsenal fans ready, fam. Harry, yeah.
I've told you about Maguire so many times. The guy is too dead. Too
I
dead.
think he's injured.
Nah, it's not even injury. Even when he's fit, he's rubbish.
I don't think he's fit. He's been poor, but the last 2 games he's played, I think they rushed him back, as you said, Jerry. I think they rushed him back.
Yeah, they did, but even if
and you have Bailly. I think Bailly should be playing. So
you see Bailly today with his head on the thing, bro.
Yeah, the hood up and all that, bro. Like, if this was Chelsea, he'd be sacked. Obviously no one wants our club to be like Chelsea and stuff like that.
Just who? But I've been saying this.
The majority of our fans base don't want us to have the model of always sacking managers. But I think that time has gone. Football has evolved, and I don't think we'll no longer have a long-term coach. I think
that's not football. Right,
that's what the
club might stay at their clubs for long term. Maybe they could stay another 10 years. I can see that. Klopp and Pep Guardiola.
That's because they're winning, bro.
Yeah, exactly, because they're winning. That's possible, but in the majority of things, I think is very, unrealistic to think you can have a manager for very, very long periods of time. If any manager, in my opinion, deserved the type of support that Solskjaer's got, I think it was Van Gaal. To be honest with you guys, I'm always going to say that because that's someone that actually knows what they're doing.
Philosophy. He brought that word back to the Prem, fam.
And he's not too contentious. He's not going to be rude. He's not going to be disrespectful to the club. Like Mourinho is a very good manager, but
he's toxic.
His ego is a bit toxic, unfortunately. But Van Gaal is a very professional man, and he knows what he's doing. So I think that's the biggest mistake we made as a club.
Right, let's talk about the game, man. Let's get into it, man. Obviously, the lineup comes out. Jesse, I told you Pogba's he's not starting, fam. McFred.
Why would you sign any contract? He only don't rate Pogba, in my opinion. I don't think he does, because if you do, you start him. You dropped him back to back. And someone said in the group chat, why has Pogba always been the one that's been
Jesse, you know what it is? I think Solskjaer is married to his ideals and his philosophy.
Oh yeah, he's got favorites.
That's the problem. No, it's not about even favorites. I think he's married to his formation, his 4-2-3-1, or whatever he wants to call it. I think he's married to that, and that doesn't suit Pogba when Bruno's on the pitch. Full stop.
Yeah.
That's just how simple.
He's already established Pogba and Bruno can't play together.
No, they can play together, because when we played him on the left, they did very, very well. So they can play together. Just that. I'm talking about in the midfield. Yeah. It's not. I don't. They
That's
possibly
Oli.
could.
I'm not
I
saying
think
as a
under.
United. I'm saying
I think
he doesn't like to play.
under Oli. Yeah, as under Oli,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what he's
think.
saying.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
he's
saying.
saying.
Under Oli, he
You're
doesn't
right.
know. He doesn't
Yeah.
play Pogba and Bruno unless it's like a dead team.
No, he
Like,
does. If Rashi's injured, it's because Rashi's fit.
No, like you said, Pogba will have to be shifted to the left. In
Yeah,
a
that's
big,
what I'm saying. I'm talking about in the midfield. He doesn't trust
No,
yeah,
but
he
Pogba.
doesn't
the way
play.
I'm saying this, Jesse, is because it doesn't matter where he starts. He still comes into midfield anyway. That's why we don't get smacked when we play Pogba on the left, because he comes into midfield and then we have 3 and it's not a 2. Doesn't matter where
Yeah, I
he
know,
starts
but
on the left. It
I'm
doesn't matter.
saying,
He doesn't stay
Oli,
there. He doesn't stay there
Oli
anyway.
doesn't,
It doesn't matter.
Oli doesn't manage. He clearly doesn't trust Pogba in the midfield with Bruno and whoever the DM is. That's
You
what I'm
mean
saying.
in a double pivot?
In a double pivot,
In
yeah,
a
that's
double
what
pivot. Yeah,
doesn't
okay.
trust them. He
Trust him in
doesn't
the
trust
middle.
them in that midfield. So he's either, as you said, Pogba gets shifted on the left. And
I
now
don't.
that Rashford's back, of course that's not gonna happen. So like
I
right
don't think
now,
it matters anyway, man. Either way, we get
right
slapped.
now we're
So
stuck. Like right now, we're actually just finished. Like we ain't coming back from this.
I don't.
I'm on it.
I think.
I'm being deadly serious. I'm actually being deadly serious. I don't see us coming back from this. I don't
I
see us
think
getting
if
top four.
the other thing, the problem is as well now. Like if you were to try and sign a manager, what manager would want to take this on now?
No, many managers
What
don't
kind
take
of
this
question is that?
job.
Bro, if we called up certain man, they are coming straight away.
100%.
With this squad, bruv, it's a no-brainer. We won't. There'll be a lot of suitors that will put their name in the hat.
I think the type of managers we'll get are your mercenaries.
Well, it's better than this.
A club and a Pep Guardiola is in like a Pochettino, like those players, those managers that want to maybe be there a bit long term ish.
Nah,
I'm not sure
like
we
you
get
said,
them now.
like you said though, the time for that is over.
Yeah, I
we're in
know.
a position now where we need
But the problem with that is just that you got Klopp and Pep Guardiola in this league, man. That's the problem with that.
They're beatable. Let's not act like they're not beatable. They are beatable.
No, I'm talking about in terms of winning the league.
Long term.
Yeah, like people. Klopp has only won one league. Obviously they're doing well, but he's only won.
It wasn't for Guardiola.
Yeah, Guardiola's the one where you have to be like Rod.
No, but I'm trying to explain to you is that Klopp for him to win the league, he had to get like how many points? Because Guardiola's around. Like, don't get it twisted. Klopp is on the same level as Guardiola. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, just that Pep Guardiola has more resources than Klopp does. That's a fact.
If Klopp had Man City money, he would be levels. Like the same level.
We established this, but I'm just saying that if we get someone like for example, like a Conte who's actually won the.
But you're saying they're beatable, but I'm trying to explain to you. So even if you get a Conte, it's a massive ask.
It is, but that's
the challenge. Right now we're desperate, innit? Right now we're rubbish. Right now
we've got it to you because I know our fan base. Our fan base will get a Conte and will think, okay, yeah, he's gonna turn it around and we're gonna be top 2. Like it's a massive.
It's a massive ask, but
how many managers are we gonna actually attract now? Because I think if you go to La Liga, it's easier for you to go and dominate that league than for you to come here and
we gotta bite the bullet. We gotta take the risk. I know it's gonna be hard.
Right now, the managers that are probably the best, as I say, the best managers are what you said, Klopp, Tuchel, Guardiola, who are at the top 3 right now. So you got Conte who won the Premier League. We have to gamble now. I wouldn't even take Zidane in that over Conte, in my opinion, because I don't know. Like I know he's won 3 Champions Leagues, but as you said, Conte, he's experienced. He's won the Premier League before. He did beat Guardiola, and they both came at the same time, right?
They
both
came
at the same
I agree, time. Jesse. I agree that we should get Conte. It's just like
right now we have no choice. Who can
I know. I know.
Just that you have to gamble now.
You know what I mean?
Ollie's got to go right now.
It's no longer Man United FC, it's Conte FC. You know what I mean? Like
right now, it's not. This United DNA rubbish. That's getting me very, very angry right now. That's what's keeping him in the job. Like this long-term project. Bringing all these Man United Carrick. Today was actually. I was even sad. I was actually laughing throughout the game because if, as you said, you This was coming. This was coming. Like we ain't played good in any of our games.
Oh, I just had an idea, bro. How about Ajax's manager?
I'll take him. Ten Hag.
Listen, right now, I'll take anyone that's good. Just get
I'd
Oli
take
out.
him a lot. I think that's better now.
Oh yeah,
I think
he will be my first choice because he suits what
him
we're
and
trying
Van der
to
Sar
do.
should come. Him and Van der Sar should come both of them.
And he can bring some couple players from that team as well because they got some ballers there.
But Oli doesn't love United.
Their players are old. Their core is old, bro. They got Blind. They got what's my man?
You wanna take Blind right now, bro?
Yeah, I would take it. That's a player that's an old core fam. Who's the man? My man that was at Southampton. What's his name called again? Donny. That plays false nine for them.
Tadic.
Yeah, Tadic, bro. Them man are old, you know.
Oli doesn't love United because if he does love United, he will look at this and feel like, yeah, I can't do no more.
Jesse, what you have to understand is like to be Manchester United manager is a massive honor.
Yeah,
we know this, but
let me just land here. To go from what he went from being relegated with Cardiff to do what he's done, for him, it's gonna boost his ego because the people at United have shown a lot of faith in him, including Alex Ferguson. All of them lot have showed a lot of faith in him. So he has obviously grown in confidence. Does that make sense? So we can't get mad at him. You know what I mean? We filled him with that belief because we're United fans, we're a big club. And managing a club that big is going to give you some self-esteem. It's going to give you some ego. It's going to make you think that you are at a certain level. Do you know what I mean? You know? So I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at his personality. I'm not mad at him at all. He's done the best job he can. He's just not good enough to take us further.
So why are we wasting time? We're just letting Liverpool and Man City just win league titles, Premier League titles, Champions Leagues. Like
it depends on the board wants, innit? It depends on the owners.
Jerry, this is not Man United, guys. This is not the team this is not Man United. I don't recognize Man United no more because now it's actually it's honestly a joke. Like
you gotta pull the trigger now before we become Arsenal. You gotta pull the trigger now before we become Arsenal.
It's worse than Arsenal. Like we've got peas.
No, it's not worse than Arsenal.
Yeah, let's stop there, Jesse. Bro, it's not worse than
Arsenal.
Okay,
I'm saying pull the trigger now. This is the moment when Arsenal were having the Wenger out discussion thing, and it lasted for a whole 3-4 years. Yeah, this is the moment. Just pull the trigger now, and then maybe we can save the season and get top 4. I personally think if he sees at the season, we don't get top 4 with Cristiano Ronaldo at club.
Bro,
he doesn't get top 4 this season. We
need to pull the trigger. We need to pull the trigger, man.
Like we need to pull the trigger because this is bad. Like guys, this is bad. Like look at our team. I'm actually deep in it.
We should even do a press conference.
Just rotate the phone.
Should even do a press conference, fam. They should be already ushering him out, get his things, and get him out the ground, fam.
Get him out.
Welcome to the party, Jax. Obviously, it's been a long time since you've been on the channel.
You
have been the Oli correspondent for a while since we started the channel. I think majority of fans are in, the same boat. The fans just want to hear, Jax, are you Oli in or are you Oli out? This is a momentous occasion, and the fans want to know your answer. Please take the floor.
Well, my stance remains the same. I don't really change my stance often. My stance is if there's no more progress in the team, then he has to go.
I thought you were going to second Jax. I thought you were going to still support him.
Nah. I can't support. I can't support stupidity. So no, you can't do 5-0 against Liverpool, and it's got to the point where I defended Ole because I wanted to bring balance to conversations. And I didn't think it was that bad, but he's that bad. He's actually that bad. And I don't see us moving forward. So I will always give him credit for steering the ship. That I'm not gonna let go. But it's time to go.
I can't lie, yeah. I can't lie. Like I've got a newfound respect for Mourinho because there's been games where, like on paper, on form, we should be getting slapped, but Mourinho doesn't have it. Like he parks the bus, he does not care.
No,
slapped. So he does not care. You try everything not to get slapped. You'll try everything. That's brave. That's bravery. That's bravery to be like, I know I'm gonna get stick for this. I know people are gonna be like, Mourinho's negative, Parks the bus, this, that, the other. But I have respect for that because to get stats 5-0, yeah, with 11 men on the pitch, yeah,
At home.
yeah, at home against your arch rivals in the biggest game in the world, most watched game in the world, yeah. That
It's a
is
tragedy.
just,
It's a tragedy.
it's incompetent, yeah, it's arrogant, and it's just
It's
scandalous.
irresponsible.
It's not on. It's not
So
on.
believe it or not, I actually couldn't watch the game because I had a game myself. So I literally just got home, finished the game, checked the scores. It was 2-0, got in a car, got home. I saw 5-0. I said, oh my God, this is disgusting. I don't know if you guys can shed some light. I don't know how the game went, what went wrong.
Bro, it's just so easy for them, bro. All they do, bro, is move the ball from one side to the other. They overload one side, they get the numbers there, and then Scott or Fed has to come over. So now it's one in midfield. Yeah, the back four ambling back in slow motion, fam. Yeah, the front four ambling back in slow motion. And then Shaw is too narrow because he has to wipe Maguire's ass.
He always does that.
Yeah. And then
he always has to
free
tuck in
on the right hand side and Trent's free on the right hand side. Both of them are free.
You know those
on the
crosses,
on their right hand side.
You know those crosses they did, yeah? I always knew it would go to the player. Like, we can never block those crosses.
Nah, we're not.
You see.
And Maguire.
Yeah, let's talk about Maguire.
Maguire for that second goal. You're taking the piss, mate.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Communication. And
I think that's why.
Come across.
Yes, because it's Liverpool. Yes.
Yeah. And we didn't score a goal. And we were at home. So I don't. We've all come to we all agree that Ole is a terrible manager. That I accept, and I think we all know this, and it's common knowledge. But as big men on big wages, even if a baby was the manager of Manchester United, I keep saying this, how do we still concede 5-0 against Liverpool with all the quality we've got on the pitch? I get the bad management, I get the nonsense, I get all of that. But there is something wrong with the mentality if we can get banged 5-0. It's not quality thing, it's a mentality thing.
It is. Individual errors today, like Jesse said, the Maguire and Luke Shaw again. The ball comes over.
That was just like Ndombele's goal last
season.
Jerry, I personally think even if the players played the perfect game, maybe the score is 4-1.
No, but I'm talking about when I look at the goal.
Really?
Maguire.
Maybe I'm saying like I think this is systematic. I think this is literally manager versus manager.
I'm not gonna let these players get away with that rubbish, man. Maguire again.
It's true.
I think just manager versus. I'm thinking even best case scenario, even if they played well, even if I think the score will still be a gap of 3 goals.
We still would have lost. But when I look, like they're showing the goals now, Maguire unsure, Fred, Scott.
This is what I keep coming. This is why I keep coming back to the players.
It's more Maguire, but like captain.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, Salah's goal near post, De Gea.
I'm not. Poor. That was a good finish.
That was poor.
That was a good finish.
No.
I don't think it was near post. It's near post. I think the goalkeeper should get it.
It was good for the net though. It wasn't like
near post. Got the bottom bins one.
Which one?
The one the ball comes across, and the Salah just bottom.
That one. Oh, that one.
I think they should be saving that.
He hit it early though. I didn't expect him to shoot like that.
It's near post though.
I know, but he did it quick. It was too late for him to go down.
The edge of the box. Was it inside the box?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. See, the reason why I keep talking about players, right? I play football. We've played football. We've had managers. Some managers are clueless. Some managers know what they're talking about. But once I get on the pitch, I take responsibility for my game. How are we going to get banged? Even if my manager's giving us the...
Jax, like I play football, yeah, and when you're part of a team that is unorganized, if you're a black footballer, you've been part of a team that's very unorganized.
Of course, it's
and you come against a team that's organized, even though you're way better than them, you still get banned.
You will get banned.
I know organization is king. So I'm tired of this chat. had this chat too
No,
many
no,
times.
no, you have to
Organization is
hear my
king.
point before you understand what you're
I
telling me.
know
My
they're big
point
players. I know they should take responsibility more. I know all of that.
let him finish. Let him finish. Let him
Let him
finish.
finish. Let him finish.
My point is the organization. Why
this.
can't you organize yourself? You see, I can't have these
No,
conversations. No one's gonna listen.
It's
You
a
can't.
top
Big
10
men
team.
can't
Level,
organize
bro.
yourself on a pitch.
Managers are for.
That's what captain's for.
Captains follow. They pass on the instructions from the manager.
And they
That's
can't
what
organize.
captains are for. They
And they
pass
can't organize.
on instructions. They enforce the instructions that the manager wants. That's what captains do.
They need to organize their back four, though. They need to organize the back four. If you're the captain of the back
If the
line,
instructions are poor, then the instructions that he's gonna relay are poor.
then he's not a captain. Then
I think this game is
take
lost.
initiative. You're the captain, bro. If
I
it's
think
not
this game was
working,
lost. I think this game was lost in the training ground. On the training pitch. This is where this game was lost. Yeah, in the training ground, in the preparation. This game was lost before they even stepped foot on the pitch.
it was. But some of these guys, like even Pogba today, comes on. What the hell was that challenge, fam? Like, why? What was that?
He's losing
I think
5
he's
minutes.
only out. He's only out, fam. He did it on purpose. Look, he was walking around smiling, bro.
No, you can't say that, man.
Bro, he was like, I've done my job.
No, you can't say that he's only out. You can't say that.
Listen,
Man.
guys, listen.
You can't say that he got sent off on purpose to get a manager sacked. You can't say that.
Man, why can't I say that? Bro, did you see the challenge, fam? What the
Raw.
hell?
Raw.
He done that same challenge against Tottenham.
Raw, on purpose, Jerry.
And look how that tackle was so stupid.
No, I don't think you can say that. I don't think you can say that, man.
You need to watch the challenge again, bro.
I think the reason why I don't watch, I struggle to watch football nowadays as much as I used to. You lot are surprised. How can I not watch Liverpool? It's because when I analyze football now, players take no responsibility. Players are now puppets. They're just puppets. As soon as anything goes wrong, let's go straight to the manager. It could be the best manager in the world. It could be Pep. It could be. As soon as anything goes wrong, let's go straight to the manager and let's blame him for everything. You are big men, professionals on wages, and you can't organize yourself. And the manager has to take all the blame. I think that's absolute garbage. I think it's absolute garbage. The men, you're big adult men, professionals, international footballers. Even if the manager is a baby and he gives you bad instructions, do those instructions properly. If he says drop off properly. If he says press properly. Even if use your initiative, you're not puppets.
But play with the leaders of the dressing room, yeah. Say we were the leaders of the dressing room, and we find out, Jack should not playing today.
No, I'm not playing. So I don't have other leaders on the pitch.
I'm just saying.
I don't know other leaders on the pitch. I don't know what this generation has come to. What's going on? So football, like, are you not babies? Like, are you footballers babies, fam? You're adults. You're professionals. I don't get it. I haven't watched the game, and I don't know. And I know, Ollie's not great. I get all of that. I get that. But you 11 big men on the pitch.
Yeah, they let us down, man.
I think the argument kind of works at a low level, but at the highest level, with everything that comes into it and all of the variables, I think you just need to be on point. It's the smallest margins. So you need
not to get banned 5-0 though.
You need to make sure that you're filling all of those margins, man. You're getting every little margin you can gain at the end of the day, man. And if another team is doing that and you're not, you're gonna get found out. I think it's that simple. I
understand all of that.
Listen, guys, can I speak? Listen.
Maguire's mistakes.
The reason why we didn't win, obviously it does come due to the fact that we wasn't well prepared for this game, in my opinion. But I've looked at this team. I've looked at the back four of Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, De Gea. Jax, he made a really good point about weaknesses in the team. You see the back four, you see the goalkeeper, and you see the midfield. So that's 7 players. Don't think they're good enough, in my opinion. I don't think Maguire's good enough.
Can I
finish?
Jesse, can I ask a question on this point? Can I ask you a question on this point? Yeah. No, can I ask you a question on this point? Yeah. You see, you just named those 6, those 7. Who was worse, the front 4 or those 7?
What kind of rubbish? In my opinion, is the back 4. No, forget the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper couldn't do.
I want to hear Jamie's opinion on this.
Obviously, it's a team game, but I looked at I just everything's just a mess right now. But in
Liverpool attack us at 11 and the defense at 11.
In my personal opinion, I don't think Maguire's good enough. Luke Shaw
No, but
has his weaknesses.
Yes, do you understand that Liverpool attack us at an 11 and they defend us an 11? We don't.
Yeah, that's the is a whole team. Is the
So
structure.
that front
everything
four, I
is
think
bad.
that front four doesn't escape criticism. I think they were as worse. I think they were worse than
Any team
everybody else.
any team that concedes 5 goals, everyone takes responsibility.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Any team that concedes 5 goals,
No, I don't want to hear it.
everybody's
Just for
responsible.
defense. I don't want to hear that. I don't wanna hear
Everybody's
that.
responsible because defending starts from you defend from
front.
up there. Do you know what I
Do
mean?
you
You
hear
defend the whole team.
the commentators or complaining about Greenwood sending himself, and the whole team had to commit to Greenwood's lazy press.
Yeah, as long as
He
one player
did a
gets
very
beat,
lazy press,
yeah.
and the whole team had to commit to it, and it created space, and everybody came over, and it left the right hand side bare. That happened many a time.
See, my problem with that is Greenwood. Are you not a man? Why are you doing a lazy press? This is my point.
He's a striker. Why are we playing with 4 strikers?
What? I'm not gonna have that kind of excuse.
Rashford's a striker then.
Yes, they are all strikers. That's the imbalance. Why are we playing with 4 strikers on the pitch? What team plays with 4 strikers? How dumb that is. 4 forwards. 4 forwards against one of the best teams in the world. Are you drunk?
Who's the 4 strikers?
The 4 forwards. We played with Rashford. We played with Bruno. We played with.
Bruno's not a striker. He's not a striker.
He plays like a striker, bro. Do you watch the game?
He plays it, but he's not a striker.
No, but I don't care about labels. I hate labels. I hate when people say Pogba's playing left wing when he's obviously in the middle. I don't care about labels. Labels don't matter. It's about where you actually are on the pitch. On the pitch, he's one of the furthest forward players all the time. Yeah, we play with 4 players who can't defend. Who don't do anything off the ball. We're playing with 4 forwards. We're carrying 4 players. We're carrying 4 of them. 4 messages.
Wait, one second. Let me chime in, because if we say we're playing with 4 strikers, who else would you have played? Because Pogba ain't he can't, you know. If you put him in, it's probably even worse, fam. Because he's not gonna, you know. We saw today he came on and he did that silly tackle. Even one of the goals, I swear he lost the ball, and then Henderson played that outside of the boot.
Jerry, it's all about organization.
Yeah,
so that's why I say I disagree with the 4 strikers. Because Greenwood should still press. I don't care if a striker.
Yes, I
don't care if a striker.
Jax,
I don't care.
I agree with you, Jax. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But I'm saying I've been watching us since Wolves. Since Wolves, this has been a pattern since Wolves. And every time I come inside here with you, man, you deny it. Like I'm talking rubbish. This has been a pattern. So them 4 don't help us defend. Can we agree with that?
I've never had that conversation with you.
I've never
had that conversation.
But we've all said our whole season.
We can't play with them 4. We can't play with them 4.
So that means you should play.
We can't play them. We can't.
So Rick, what should we do then? What should we do?
Only I don't know. It's nothing to do with what we would do. I'm just explaining to you that. Remember, I saw the team lineup. I just said to Jerry, I mentioned the Scholes thing. Scholes said this. He showed it literally last week.
Yeah.
Like the way we play, it's nothing to do with. Yes, I think Greenwood could be taught and could be motivated to press and track back. He could be on another manager, but unfortunately, as things are currently being done, the only person that I've seen who does pressures, who plays in our front 4, is Sancho. Sancho does pressures. Bruno does pressures from time to time.
Jerry, can I butt in quickly? Jerry, put up that thing again.
Why are 3 playing?
Bro, I hear what you're saying, man. Atletico CFC, Jax went down to 10 men to Liverpool, didn't concede 5 combined. Yeah, so I think what the point you're missing is I'm talking about the players on the pitch. I can play defense, I play midfield, I play defensive, whatever. As soon as we go down to 10 men, or even if we have 11 men, I take responsibility. I'm not going to look at my manager. Manager, what should I do now? What should I do? No. I'll be like, yo, you need to get here. I need to call you back. We need to organize ourselves because we are too open. That's what you do as a flipping man. What is going on in football that everything's the manager? You puppets, fam. Can you tell me what to do, please? What the Ross? I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that at all. Atletico, yes, I get a very well-dressed side, a very good defensive side. But do you know why? It's because the players there have the mentality. They've got the mentality. That's what it is.
Jax.
Wait.
What I'm saying is, what you guys are saying is that we all watch this team. Yeah. When you see that someone, say you're hiring someone, Jax, yeah, you want someone to fulfill a certain role. You've seen in the interview process, you're like, okay, he impressed me. You've hired him. He's now on the probation for 6 months. Yeah. During the probation, and you see this person can't carry out this role. Yeah. You ask him to do it, it's not working. Are you gonna stick with it?
That's the thing. He keeps playing these man.
The person who sticks with it is
But
Oli.
why-
That's
why do you think-
the problem I have.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have, because you're the person who can pull the trigger. You're the person who can sack them. You're the person who can bench them. You're the person who can say,
yes.
"This is you're the one who sets the standard."
Yes, that
It's you.
I
It's you.
agree.
You're the main person for that.
Okay.
Why do you think I keep saying he's setting
If you say to wait, let me finish. If you say to
One sec.
Ronaldo, Cavani, say to all of them, man, I need you to do this, that, and the other, and they don't do it, you can't carry on playing them. You can't. Something has to change. You have to. You have the responsibility as a manager and change something.
I understand.
I haven't seen a change since Wolves. I have not seen a change since Wolves. I have not seen a change since Wolves, and that comes down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Full stop.
I understand that. I agree. If you're the manager, you get the criticism because you made the big decisions. Now, so I guess my next question is, what is the decisions he's to make? Because he has made some changes before. Yeah, he played Ronaldo. He played Pogba on the left. That was a decision that he made. It worked. People were saying, "Oh my gosh!" Even you said it. You said, "Oh, I always knew Pogba should play on the left." As soon as Pogba stops defending, now it's a terrible decision.
No,
he dropped.
I never said Pogba should stop playing on the left. I never said he should go to the left.
Ronaldo got dropped last game. Did you see the uproar? That was a change. But did you see the uproar? So every decision he makes, if it doesn't go right, we're just gonna point at him because he's Ole, and that's my issue. And
his decisions he's made, he's incompetent. They're all crap.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I remember very, very well when Pogba played on the left. No one was saying it was a crap decision. I remember that extremely well.
I'm saying in general. I'm talking about the general structure of the team is crap.
Okay. Whatever. If the decisions are crap, you talked about probation period. These players, they're not being brought in as one thing to do another thing that they've never done before. So if I'm hiring someone who has 10 years experience doing this job, and I ask him to do this job, he has to do it well. He has to do it. And if he's not doing it well, and he says, sack him, who am I going to bring in next? Who do you, like, we're talking about a 4 strikers thing. Who's going to play on the top 4? Who's Sancho? He's tried him.
You have to play your top 4. Why do you play the top 4? Why? Why do you play 2-4-2? Why do you play 2-4? Why do you play 4-2-4? Why? Why do you have to play 4-4-2-4? Why?
I don't think that's his ambition. I don't think he has to play 4-2-4.
Why do you do that?
It's like it's that 4-2-4 thing. It's like Rick said, we've seen it a lot. And I've always said, like, what they're doing on the pitch, the whole week in training, what is the homework? What have we?
No, that I agree with.
This is Liverpool. We got on Sunday. We're gonna do this, and this. Today, you just knew McFred gonna play. There's gonna be gaps in the middle. Bruno's gonna run. Ronaldo's gonna run, and there's gonna be a whole gap in the middle. Then you see Wan-Bissaka tried to press high today, where like Greenwood.
That was literally the goal. That's
there was literally 2 man on one guy, and Robertson just played one pass, and then
the whole
Gary never said the same thing happened against Leicester. So it's a managerial instruction.
It is because it's the same old things we keep saying, and like you said, Vic, like at least change something. I don't know. We saw it against Everton.
Why can't we ever
change one thing? If that was me, bro, I'm throwing everything out and starting from scratch, bro.
That's what I was getting to.
I've said that. I've said this before too. I have said that.
From the Wolves game. Remember when Guardiola won his first league? Yeah, he started with a back 3. It wasn't working.
He did. That's true.
Yeah,
he's not a manager. He's a crap manager. He's a crap manager. I think we've all agreed that he's crap. He's just crap. But my point.
He's playing a 4-3-3, fam. He changed it to a back 5.
My point is the managers, man. I okay. We know all this crap. I think we keep talking. He's rubbish. Like it's public knowledge. But I still can't let the players get away with this. I'm sorry to say.
No. It's true what you said because even today. One sec, guys.
Hear what he has to say. Don't finish.
One sec. With the players, I always say as well. These man, don't think you're just gonna.
But this is where I question Rick is right. You know how many times I've said he's setting himself up to fail. Why does he keep playing these players then?
I
For
know,
example,
that's the thing.
for example, I will literally change probably like 3 of the changes of the back 4. I will not play with Wan-Bissaka.
Mourinho, Mourinho, yeah. When Mourinho was like upset about players, bro, they hold bench. I love it. When he hates,
they
hold bench. Have it, bro. Like,
Ricky, can I say something?
like,
Ricky, can I say something? You know what? Yeah. See, this has been my fundamental issue with when I get into football arguments, because the power of hindsight is always perfect, right? And I remember having these conversations, and I said it many times. If you don't remember, we've complained about Van Gaal when things were going wrong. We complained. The complaint of Jose around Jose was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge, right? And now he's gone. And now we've got Ole. Now there's a new complaint. My issue is what's going on? Because who's the new manager that's going to come in and what's going to be the new complaint? It's going to be another complaint. And then we're going to look back and say, oh, but even Van Gaal, I talk to people, oh, but even Van Gaal, if we gave him another season, how can we sack him when he just won an FA Cup?
I've always said that, though.
But people at the time, not you, but just generally Man United fans, they were not saying Van Gaal should stay. I was saying Jose Mourinho. That's what I was saying.
Jesse's one of them.
I didn't want Jose. I personally didn't want Jose because I just don't like his football. As a football fan, I didn't want Jose.
I didn't want him either.
As a football fan, I like to be entertained.
I would have took him.
You know what it was, Jack? At that time, we all heard that City have Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
I heard that.
He just wanted me just
We're thinking, oh my God.
I heard that. My thing is, like the truth of the matter is, and I've said it many times, if you want to be successful, you get a world-class manager, you get world-class players, and you back the club to the end. And that's what we probably should have done with Jose. That's what we should have done with Jose. Yeah. Like if he doesn't get local club, get rid of Pogba. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. To be fair about our club, we tried to get Pep Guardiola, we failed. We tried to get Klopp, we failed. We have tried to get top managers before.
No, but Jose was a top manager. So I'm saying we should have backed him to the end.
Actually, that fit our ideals. We've tried to get them before. We tried to get Pochettino. We've tried to actually get these players, these people.
I don't
before.
think we've gone out doing
and the timing was off. If that makes sense, because we're too short-sighted as a club.
Yes.
We don't try to target these managers well in advance.
Yes.
We don't get our timing correct. But other clubs are like, in 5 years' time, in 3 years' time, we want.
And I'm going to try to be long. When they try to have long sight, I'm coming. When they try to have long sight, they go for Ole. Ole, that's the issue. That's the fundamental issue.
I don't think Ole was long sight. Ole was just
they believe that now. They believe that. I guarantee that's what they believed.
Like you said, he's the guy that, if we're gonna go for that long-term thing, maybe Ole's the full guy. But as fans, we can't wait for 3-4 years, bro. We're Man United.
No, you're not getting what I'm trying to say to you. I'm trying to say to you that the club, when they approach a manager, other clubs will tell a manager 3 years in advance, yo, around this period.
But don't you think? I'm thinking, are they doing that? But are they doing that now? Because they've given Ole a new contract. Maybe
they should be doing that.
Do we have the time? But bro, do we have the time to wait? Like, you know how City did with Pellegrini.
I'm not talking about waiting. I'm talking about they should have done this a year and a half ago.
No, from today.
Is that when Chelsea signed Havertz?
No, but I'm saying
you see the yellow banner and says Havertz has signed. But that was 2 years.
I'm just saying though, right now, what if they've done that, but they've given Ole that grace period? So in the next 2 years,
must have a contingency plan. They must have a contingency plan. They must do a big club.
A big club.
Are you saying A, B, C, D, E, F? It's a big corporation.
It's like you've
managing millions, bro. I have that, and I'm a teacher. I have that, and I'm a teacher, bro.
Contingency plan. What we've been saying, does that look like contingency plan to you? But bro, don't be blindsided.
I'm telling you guys levels. I'm trying to explain to you that Bayern Munich.
I heard that. We're not that. No.
That's not us.
We're not that, bro.
We're literally not that.
Well, we've been finished. Listen, I told you, Man United,
8 years, bro.
Man, I told you from time. I think there's something dodgy going on spiritually because some things don't make sense. Yeah, boys, I've got to shoot off. I've got to have dinner and shoot off to someone. So, guys, look, hopefully we get some sort of change. I'm just very disappointed. Didn't watch the game. I'm not going to watch much.
Can I get Ollie out, please?
Yeah, Oli out, man. I said, bro, I'm not
Love
gonna.
it.
I don't go back
Man,
from
a
what I
lot of
say.
my Oli out friends,
Yeah, Oli out.
Oli in friends. Today was the day they all
Oli out,
converted.
bro.
Everything.
Like you're only a fool to say Oli in right now. Like you have to be quite foolish to say Oli in because it doesn't make sense. So we've got the players now because that was my fundamental issue. My fundamental issue is that the players were not good enough.
No.
I still feel like there's stuff that needs to be addressed. I still don't feel Maguire is great enough, and I still don't feel like the midfield is great enough. But the major thing that needs to change now is Ole, and it's evident. It's evident.
Question. Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho, is that a world-beating midfield?
No, but they are players. I would take all three of those players, except Henderson. I'm not so sure, but Fabinho and Wijnaldum I'll definitely take because
when you wouldn't take them. I don't think you'd take them. I think you take Fabinho, but I think you would take the rest of them before.
No, I'll explain.
Adam. When Wijnaldum was at Newcastle, you wouldn't take him. When Henderson,
I didn't know Wijnaldum
sold to Southampton, you wouldn't have taken him. So that's about player. That just underlines the importance of player development.
I understand, but I'm not going to disagree with that. I agree. I agree. But
you wouldn't. I'm trying to say that those players. I think the players we have at our club now are far better than what Liverpool started with.
Of course, our team is one of the best in the world. If not our team is one of the best in the world. But I just think that there's still holes in the club that needs to be addressed. I still feel like we need a defensive midfielder, definitely. But ultimately, the main issue is the coaching. I've got to the point where I don't enjoy Man United playing. I don't get excited when Man United about to play. It was rare for me to miss a Man United game, and nowadays I do it with ease, kind of thing. I do it with ease. So
I've been through that stage, man. I went through that.
I'm still stuck, man. I'm sorry.
Good man. See, you're the kind of guy that was taking for a toxic girlfriend, bro.
I know what saying to me, bro. I signed Ronaldo. I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I try to have hope because we do get some results and we've had some good moments and stuff like that, right? Even with Ole. And the reason why I keep talking about players because it frustrates me that some players can't. We know Ole's crap. That conversation's already done. We don't need to keep having that conversation. But as players, as big men on big wages, can't you not ramp up the troops and say, yo, we need to fix up. We need to have a better mentality. We need to, if I'm playing centre back, I need to organise that centre, the whole defence, so that we're not conceding goals. Call back Greenwood. You said Greenwood has done it. What are you doing? You feel Rio Ferdinand will let Greenwood get away with lazy press or Vidic? That's what I'm saying. We don't have. I still don't think we have leaders on the club. There's some players that you cannot mess around when they're on the pitch. You feel Roy Keane would have sat there for these players to be. Just what I'm saying, bro.
I don't see that. I don't see that at City. I don't see that at
that's true though.
It's a different setup.
I think from Liverpool and City, the person it comes from and Chelsea is the manager.
That's my point. That's my point. So we don't have the manager. That's what I'm saying. We don't have the manager.
We don't have the manager.
That's what
That's the problem. Then that's what we can fix.
The big problem still here.
We can. If you can't fix it for me, there's no solution to it. I don't know what we can do. Who can we bring in?
No, but Ricky, there's solutions.
Come in and play for us. Company, come and play for us. Company, it's a company.
No,
like old to come and play for us.
He's telling the truth though.
Bro, I can't lie, man. I can't lie, man.
Bring
bro, mentality, bro. I'm a winner. I don't care who is my manager at work. I don't care who's like. If the job needs to get done and I've been hired to do the job, I'm gonna do my best to get the job. Yeah. That's a man, bro.
To be fair, Pep Guardiola brought in Diaz to organize the defense. Klopp brought in Alisson and Van Dijk to organize the defense.
And we brought in Maguire. We got food. We got food. This is what I'm saying. We hired the wrong person.
Maguire and Ronaldo, bro. Maguire and Ronaldo. And Bruno.
You know what's mad? We signed Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Varane, and he signed his players and was still.
And the thing is, and the truth is, I get that, but no one's gonna sit here and say those were signings. We were like, oh, those are bad signings. People were happy with Sam Maguire.
Not with Wan-Bissaka. Not with Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, no, maybe not Wan-Bissaka, but Maguire.
Maguire.
People were like, raw, the fridge. England.
I wasn't.
It's coming
I wasn't.
Come on, man. Listen, for me, Jax, if I am the manager, Maguire doesn't start for me. No,
a lot of players don't start for me.
Bro, Maguire don't start. For me, Bailly and Varane start. Full stop. It's not even a question. Bailly and Varane starts.
Lindelof sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. Even Ryan
Ah.
Lindelof sounds half good as
Bro,
well.
Jerry, how many times have I said it?
Yeah.
When I say it to groups, people don't want to accept it. I prefer Lindelof over Maguire. I always have, and I always will. People, and the back three especially. So people talk about Maguire's good on the ball. Lindelof is way better on the ball by far. By far.
You know what?
It's a joke.
As Jack said, yeah. You look at that's why I mentioned the back four. You look at that back four, and you look at you got Ronaldo, this, that. Who in that back four? I saw the only one that I saw from passion in terms of like the defense and plus the goalkeeper. I saw De Gea shouting that. De Gea was mad today, bro. Did you see it?
De Gea was
mad.
Because there's one time, someone passed him the ball back. Instead of him picking it up, he kind of shout at people instead of picking up the ball. And then he got pressed and he picks up the ball.
To be honest, you know, today when who did that back pass and De Gea didn't come out, I was fuming, fam. Who did that?
Rashford.
And I was like, where's De Gea, bro? Well,
you
don't understand, yeah. So you don't understand. We've got the manager's to blame. I don't want to go back there again. The manager is to blame, but there are fundamental issues with this club, you know. And I've been saying for like, you know, maybe I need to like get a pen and paper, write you a lot of theses. There are proper. When I look at the players,
square pegs and round holes.
There's a lot of it doesn't make sense, bro. You're trying to play out from the back, and you got to play sticks, bro. Jesse, what did I say to you? If you're gonna play out from the back, the goalkeeper is key. That's the extra man.
Having a manager that you commit to their plan. So I'll give you an example. Klopp is a high pressing, aggressive manager. All of these players are, other than Trent, if you ask me, are high pressing, aggressive players. Yeah. Pep Guardiola is a technically, superior manager. All these players for me are superiorly technically, apart from Kyle Walker, I'd say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's the only one that's there for just pure athleticism. All right.
Yeah.
So that's
the plan.
We don't commit. I've always said to you, my biggest problem under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is it's half-hearted. It's not fully committed.
Because he doesn't know what he's doing.
What I want to do, we're doing it. It's not that, and you get stuck in instead of you get stuck in the middle in no man's land.
Jerry, can I say something?
In no man's land, and then that's when you get picked apart.
Jerry, do you remember when Ole first took over after like half a season? I said something. I said the way he plays is when we're defending, he from what I understood, he actually wants to do a Jose. Yeah, I think deep down that's what he really wants to do. But I think he also knows raw. But I'm coming, so I'm also thinking, raw. Like he's thinking, nah, this club, the DNA. Do you know what I mean? The DNA. I genuinely, because he's trying to transit. But because in the beginning, that's how we were playing. We were dropping off. Yeah. So all of a sudden, we're trying to press, but he doesn't have the skill to know how to press. So we're trying to do these next things. It doesn't make sense. He needs to go back to.
Today, you know,
I didn't watch the game. Sorry.
After you got the 2 goals, they dropped off today. Liverpool.
But they weren't even that good, bro. The whole game, they were just.
They played a low block.
Matting. And it's easy to play a low block against Man United. But I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated, man.
Talk about making choices, having cojones. You know, Klopp doesn't normally play like that. But he said today, we had a hard couple weeks in terms of fixture congestion. I'm going to save my players' legs. We're going to play a low block when we defend. We're not going to press, even though that's his DNA. That's Klopp's DNA to press.
Yeah, it just doesn't he hasn't got it, man. But you know what's he saying? No, I don't blame De Gea. I didn't watch the game. I don't blame De Gea for a lot of stuff. But I'm saying we just have a lot of. It comes back to what Ricky's saying. We don't have something that we're committing to. So we've got top players.
You do a high press. You want a goalkeeper that's sweet.
Yeah, basically. It doesn't make sense.
I was about to.
It doesn't make sense. You need it. You need it.
Bro, we're trying to play out from the back. You went and bought Wan-Bissaka.
It doesn't make sense. And the thing is, to play out from the back, you need to play out from the back without having squeezy bomb time. Your goalkeeper is your extra man. Like, he's the one you go to when you're in trouble. Like, I need to give it back to him, and then he can get rid of it if anything. Because if he's good, he can actually play a plus as well, right? But De Gea is always stuck on his line. Even playing the pass back to him is like, right, can I even get this ball back to him in time? There's no plan.
You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, Jack? You know what it is? Jack, you know what it is? Yeah? You know the signings where you got Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, that season, Bruno, those signings there, those are Mourinho signings. It makes sense. It makes sense. Mourinho would love this back four. What? Wan-Bissaka?
It's true, though.
Maguire, Luke Shaw,
Yeah.
solid. What? Mourinho would
Yeah.
love this back four.
Yeah,
So
and
I
he would
think
definitely have
I
Matic. He would definitely have
I
Matic.
think because
He would definitely
because-
play Matic.
yeah, Jax, I really think because we didn't get a manager, we just continued with our Mourinho plans.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
didn't get-
Okay, I see what
we
you're
didn't
saying.
get
So
a
we
manager that's
didn't buy
demanding.
into
We
something
didn't
new. We're gonna buy into something new. Yeah. So we just said,
Yeah,
let's just go with
exactly.
what was
So let's
working before.
continue with that
Yes,
plan.
I would agree with that.
Wan-Bissaka, it makes sense. Wan-Bissaka, that's a Mourinho signing. Harry Maguire, that's a Mourinho signing. Definitely, Mourinho said he wanted them.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
he
you know
said
what?
it.
And you know what? And always like raw, like everyone's
Bruno's
talking about.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
Bruno's
bro,
a Mourinho signing.
probably, yeah. I'm not 100% sure about that one actually.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Bruno is Mourinho number 10. Number 10, that's all action, running, angry, shouting at people. That's what Mourinho wants.
Lampardish. And what always like, right, okay, now I need to, everyone's talking about the DNA.
That's what it is. I think the long-term planning of the club was set up around what Mourinho wanted, and Ollie's just there to manage and mediate. To get us to a certain point, and then maybe they'll go again. Just that we as fans were not happy, and that's because it hasn't been communicated to us that this is a mid-flux point. Does that make sense?
Yeah. We just need to move on.
Maybe a Conte would make sense. Maybe they will bring in a Conte, and then they'll go again. That makes sense. But it seems like the squad, it sounds like it doesn't make sense under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but this squad would make sense under Mourinho.
It could make sense under someone else.
It makes sense under Mourinho, if I'm being perfectly
I mean,
honest.
what kind of squad would make sense under Ole? This is what I'm trying to say. There's no squad that would make sense. Yeah.
I think Ole's squad will just be high energy and
please let's not discuss it because,
mobile.
he's the championship manager.
I think mobile.
That's what Ricky said. That's championship. High energy.
I think mobile.
That's championship.
So,
oh no, I think it's Division 1.
I think Ole likes Bailly, just like he doesn't like the fact that he's always getting injured.
Oh nah, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, boys, I really got you off, man.
Season.
Yeah, I got you off.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining.
Boys, we just gotta pray, man. I'll catch you in a bit, man. That's up, man.
And let's talk about Ronaldo, fam. This is on Ronaldo's legacy now.
Where?
This is on Ronaldo's legacy.
I don't even know why. I don't know why he came back with Oli in charge. Honestly, like
he couldn't have foreseen this. We were doing much better last season, so we came second last season. So
yeah, but Oli's in charge though. Like, think about it. You got to visualize: is this guy gonna win the league? No, he's not. You need to buy into a manager where you think, right, like them man looks serious.
Davey, if you're Ronaldo, you believe that you make that difference.
Yeah, but look at last year when they had what's his name.
I understand all of that. I'm saying from Ronaldo's point of view, if you're Ronaldo, you think if a club finished second and they get me, I'm enough to get them to first. That's what you think.
Well, the second wasn't even close.
I'm saying that if you're Ronaldo, you're Ronaldo. You're Ronaldo. You're the man. He still believes that they can win the Champions League this season. I guarantee it. I guarantee he still believes this team can win the Champions League because he's on the pitch.
Jesse, what you saying, man? Ronaldo, your favorite player. It looks like his legacy's. I mean, today I know the goal outside. It was a good finish, can't lie. But Ronaldo
it's not about his legacy being. It's not his fault. It's everything. I don't care about Ronaldo's legacy like that. Like it's just a start. Right? It's everything is just a mess right now. The club is a mess. The players. I can't believe I even watched the whole game, bro. I saw Bruno and Rashford's face.
Yeah,
I don't want to see no post. I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it.
You see them posts they do after the game. It pisses me off.
No, I need to unfollow them. I don't want to see it.
We'll be back stronger.
You know who says it the most? It's actually Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno does it every game. I'm sorry for missing the pen.
It's actually
Ollie's got a goal, man. Ollie's got a goal.
I need to see that goal bar. It's time, bro.
Jesse, who do you want to come in?
I already said, like, right now, we've only got who's available that's really, really good. Probably Conte. That's the only one that's really good. And, like, no manager right now, as you said, like, that Ajax manager is in charge, so he probably ain't going to leave now, innit? So,
yeah.
I think the only one we could...
Now, go on, Jesse, sorry.
The only one that makes sense for me is Conte, because people say he plays defensive, but he's got a structure. Conte's got a structure. He'll probably play 4-3, 3-4-3 or whatever. He'll have a structure. With the players we have as well, like it won't seem that bad. Before it was bad. Like when we had Mourinho, he left us with that team. In my opinion, wasn't even that good. We've got a team. Obviously, yeah, there's a midfield issue, yeah, but that can be solved with a good manager. A manager can change that. So, yeah, Conte will be the only manager that I can see. That's
yeah, I agree. I think he suits our current age profile of our squad as well, man.
And he's got passion. I like his passion.
Experience.
Look at Oli. Look at him. He's on his knees again. He's got his hands.
We've got some experienced players in our squad, so I think it'd suit him a lot.
Cavani, Ronaldo.
He's not really like too expansive, so it doesn't matter that he hasn't got a sweeper keeper. He's used to having a sweeper keeper.
But Rick, you're saying Conte as well. You're saying Conte as well.
Yeah, Conte. His line won't beat you. I'm thinking what manager suits what we have at the club currently, you know, and the fact that De Gea is just a traditional old school goalkeeper. Conte plays with traditional old school goalkeepers, you know.
And he got the best out of Pogba as well.
Yeah, if you were to get the Ajax manager, he plays expansive football. He uses with a sweeper keeper. Everyone's good on the ball, etc. Conte, he's okay with having players that are not the best in possession. You know, he still needs wing backs that are very, very good on the ball. He even plays hard-working wingers like Victor Moses, Perisic in those wing back positions. So Wan-Bissaka couldn't do that for him, but maybe Wan-Bissaka could be coached to be part of a back three like Aspilicueta was.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's probably the best.
I mean, let me just give my 2 points. Yeah, for me, it's Conte. Like, it's a no-brainer for right now who's available. Like, if I put his picture alongside the other 3 managers, I'll be like, yeah, we can hold our own because this guy.
I can see the team. I can see the
team.
No
nonsense, man. This guy's not here to mess about, bro.
I can see the team underneath him. I can see De Gea in goal. I can see like a back five of. Let's throw Wan-Bissaka out of the picture in case he doesn't play. I can see a back five of like Dallo playing wing back. A 3 centre backs, it being, I don't know, Varane, Maguire, Lindelof. I can see Luke Shaw playing wing back or Tellers, you know, playing wing back. I can see his midfield 2 could be like, I don't know, a Pogba and like Matic, probably. I can see the front 3 being Ronaldo, Bruno, Rashi. I can see it. Like, I can see that team. And it seems
even Bruno
cohesive. So
even Bruno, but he probably won't even start. He likes to play, or he can play 2 up front, or the 3-4-3. He can change.
The 3, the 2 behind the striker can be 10s, or they can be
or it could be wingers or whatever.
Or you can play a 4-3. You can play a 4-3-2 as well. But he normally plays a back 5.
I think he will actually play, if he was to play 2 up front, I think his striker would be Ronaldo and Rashford.
Yeah, it would be Ronaldo and Rashford. I think
he likes that. If he's playing 2 up front, he will want that one pacey striker. Like, obviously, Ronaldo.
If he did that, then I think Pogba or Bruno gets dropped in it. So, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like right now, I don't think we could fit. One of them has to get dropped.
We need a manager that has the balls.
If you play a back 5, I think if you play a back 5, is less. You need to get less defensive acumen.
This is it. As a manager, you got to figure this out, man.
What you say to the players is you need to plug these 2 holes. These are the holes that need plugged in front of the back line. Just drop off. Make a midfield 3, and then when we win the ball, we explode on them.
Quickly, because I think we've gone over an hour. Like, I'm just deep in that. Oli, bro, we've conceded. We've had 1 clean sheet in 20 games, and he hasn't thought, you know what? Let me just shore up the defense.
I'm mad confused because when we played against PSG,
he did that.
He did it. He played the back 5. He showed up the
well.
So I don't know why he didn't do it.
You know what? Yeah.
I think he didn't do it out of stubbornness. I think he didn't do it because he heard Paul Scholes' comments and he said, "Play the same against Liverpool."
Bro, you jumped from the line. You know what? Let me read some comments before I get your thoughts, Jesse. Big up Niall says, "Big up Jerry. Saw you on Alice's channel. Yeah, big up Alice. Talks footy every time. He needs to go. If he bought on Donny and Pogba, they would have took the game to Liverpool rather than McFred being too negative." As here says, my conclusion is that before we rant on the manager, we really need to think about where the problem truly, it is the Glazer. Listen, but they ain't going nowhere. So
I can't lie though. Like, the Glazers are a problem here, but our transfer window this season,
they did their thing. Yeah,
and last season was good enough, and the season before that was good enough. So the last 3 years, the players we brought in have been of the quality to be United players. So I'm focusing on the men's at the moment. I can't really change the Glazers, but I think we can get Oli sacked.
The only reason why the board ain't, I don't know, but if it does carry on like this, I do believe will have to go at some point. But
he has to go now. We just lost 5-0 at home against Liverpool, our arch nemesis, bro. No, he has to go. He has to. If he mentions another game, if he mentions another game, we should do a protest. We should be going mad.
I really wish he was.
He should not manage another game. He should not manage another game.
Yeah. If there's any other manager like that's not a legend at United, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah, 5-0 at home till.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying.
11 men. Red card. Bro, the only thing that I can remember that's similar to this is when Fergie got slapped by City and he got a red card.
Yeah, 6-1. But even then,
we had 10 men.
Exactly. But we was 4-0 down. 11 men, bro.
Like,
it's peak, fam.
He has to go. I urge you guys. I understand. I have nothing against Oli personally. I don't want to see him harmed in any way. Family harmed in any way. But for the good of this club, yeah, to salvage his season, we need to get him sacked. I'm sorry, we need to get him sacked. We do.
Right. Next week, Spurs. Hey, listen.
You know, Jay. You know what needs to happen? What needs to happen is, you know how Mourinho got sacked, but he just qualified for the Champions League in order for us to get like around the 16 year.
That's what Chelsea did. Yeah, last year.
That's what needs to happen with Oli and Conte to come in. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Because I don't want to get out of the Champions League. I can't.
Yeah, and then sack him then.
Yeah, sack him up in qualifier. Like that's
what I want for now.
No, but now it's a bit
now.
But how could it get if we sack him now, yeah, and we get for let's say we got Conte in like the next week or before Tottenham's game, yeah. How could it get worse? How?
That's true.
So I do believe we can.
It could. If it stays the same, that's all rock bottom, bro. All that.
He's saying it can't get any worse. So if we sack him now, it's fine, isn't it?
No, yeah, but it can get worse. If this happens week in, week out continuously, that's worse.
No. With a new manager.
No, I'm saying it can't get worse if we get a new manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sack him now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sack him now because even if, as you said, I've had Mourinho down that. We've got Conte, world-class manager. It won't get worse. It will have a structure of how to defend. Defensively is now becoming a big problem now. Like today,
it's sad, man. What I told you? You said clean sheet. I said, there's no way. Like when they score, don't be upset because they're going to score, fam.
Joe, you see that ball, yeah? You see Henderson. You see that ball, yeah? That ball wasn't that great.
Yeah, on your fantasy team today. Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna capture.
See that ball to Salah for that goal.
Yeah,
it was a good ball, but the reason why it fully gone past.
Yeah, Maguire couldn't get there.
Maguire couldn't get there. Hey, you see Maguire?
He's so rubbish.
I promise you, I'll never ever start in my team. I promise you, I want that guy out, bro. I don't like him. I don't even know why he was the one doing the post-match.
He's the captain, isn't it?
But how is he a captain? As I said, I even told you, Jerry. Even if he won the Premier League and he's the one left in, I feel even a bit guilty, fam. I feel guilty. If any trophy we win this season, I feel guilty. Like, fam, captain.
Listen, guys, we can ramble on. I just don't want to take too much of your time because it's actually paining me that they spoiled the week. I mean, 5-0 at your aunt's.
You know what, Jerry? You know I haven't watched Match of the Day in time. You know I haven't watched Match of the Day.
I watched it yesterday. I'm gonna watch it though. Still,
I'm gonna watch it today. I
want to analyze it again because, yeah, man. Listen, guys, we're gonna wrap up here because it's paining me. This is one for the history books, man. Like this is mad. Spurs away next week. Oh, mate. Listen, Spurs are not doing too great.
I know Ronaldo's going to post a big sorry message to the fans.
It's not him. I told you already. Someone's typing up for him. There's no way he's writing that shit. No way, fam.
He has a social media manager.
Yeah, therefore. But yeah, guys, we've lost. Hopefully, by the time we re-upload, we see the gold bar on Sky Sports News and Oli has been relieved of his duties. Just like Rick said, there's nothing personal. I mean, Oli will forever be a legend, but in the famous words of the late
the Chelsea example, Chelsea sacked He's even Frank Lampard's more of a legend to Chelsea than Oli is to United.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Please, Man United, I'm begging you, do it because I swear I'll be so happy. But they will be finished.
Bam! If Conte comes in right now, I guarantee you Pep Guardiola and Klopp will be like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Oh no.
They'll sit up. They'll be like, okay.
Oh no. It's
You got
only
another
9
one to worry
points.
about. Yeah.
Chico's only 9 points. Like that's
I
top
think
4
that-
guaranteed,
yeah.
I think.
I'm already saying the league's over, Jerry. Come on, he's got to go.
I know. It's in October, innit? It's mad.
In October.
Assist us if you don't play McPherson 20, there's some hope. Well done, all. Don't let over ruin your. It's ruined, man. But listen, tomorrow's a new week. We go again Saturday, 5:30. Tottenham will be back straight after the game, like we always do. Guys, listen, let's hang in there, man. We're United fans. We got to support the team through thick and thin. And let's hopefully. I know everyone wants to hear that news that Oli has been relieved of his duties. Not in person, like I said, but in the famous words of the late, great Claude, it's time to go. Guys, thank you for tuning in. It's been another United team talk. And yeah, man, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.